Alright, so EZA AGL First Form Cell is officially in game, and we're going to be taking a look at what this guy's able to do. Now, I'm actually quite excited to see this guy's performance, as I think he is going to be a very, very important character for this new STR Cell team going on here. And here is his stats right here. This is what I have for his, build and everything like that. I actually didn't change anything from what I had for him originally. I think it should be fine. Of course, throughout his different forms, he will change his links just a little bit. That's the non-linked form, but he has full link level 10 throughout the battle. And we're going to see what this guy is able to do here. So the thing about this cell is that he'll transform each turn into a second form. Then on turn 5, on his 5th turn anyways, he'll be into his perfect form as well. So we're only going to see this first form cell for this first appearance here. We do get wall standing tall by putting them in the middle, so that's what we're going to do here. So AGL Cell is starting up at 500k defense. He has Q1 and 250% attack and defense start of turn, and a high chance to dodge, which is 50% chance. Then when he attacks with 12 or more ki, he has 170% attack and defense. So that is almost going to triple that 500k defense right there. Keep in mind that with every super attack he does, he also does raise his defense by 50% on this super attack effect, which is an extra thing right there. Now, he does not have any, what's it called? Actually, no, he does have a built-in additional. My bad. He launches an additional attack that has a high chance to be a super, Ki 2. Then he gets 17% damage reduction, crit chance, and dodge chance. All three of those things that I just listed, along with the additional and the key, are only when HP is 50% or more at the start of turn, which usually if this guy is going to be turn 1, he will have those abilities, so not really a big worry there. Now, he does get some buffs when he's facing multiple enemies. I don't really think you're going to see those, but against 2 or more enemies, he gets 80% attack and defense, and then an 18% chance to crit and dodge. Against 3 or more enemies, he gets another 70% attack and defense, and then a 17% chance to crit and dodge. Which, again, you're not really going to see those, so usually this guy is sitting at a 67% chance to dodge right there, which is pretty decent, right? So we're at a 29.3 million attack stat, and again, with every super attack he does, he will greatly raise attack, so these are just going to get higher and higher given our additional luck, which hopefully we get the hidden potential system. We did not, unfortunately. It will really depend on the situation. And this cell's only really good for long fights, I would say. Short fights, he does not really have a lot of variability. So after this run, I might kind of maybe call it, because again, you're not really going to run this guy in battle hardened formidable foes. You're also not going to really run this guy in the what's the other event called, festival battles, because he's not a stacking character. I mean, maybe we'll take him into another red zone, like the Goku Black or the Masu red zone, right? Ooh. Is this gonna just be an instant revive for the cell here? Yeah, okay, well, yeah, instant revive, there we go, okay. We'll skip ahead. So we got second form cell here. I forgot to show his transformation, unfortunately. I might actually push this guy off, because I want the cell with the guard. This is tough. I want the cell with the guard with this cell. So I might do this actually. We're gonna run this here. We'll grab all these, and then we'll talk about second form cell. He doesn't change that drastically in terms of his stats. He will get 280% start of turn now instead of the 250%. But what's very important is that now he has guard, and then he has 17% damage reduction just starting off. So right here, 516k defense, but now he has guard plus 17% reduction, 17% crit chance, and 70% dodge. But if HP is 50% or more, he still has the additional with the high chance to be super, but he gets an additional 18% damage reduction, crit chance, and dodge. So that in total is 32%, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, or 33%. Should be the math, if I'm mathing correctly, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, let me double check. Actually, it's 35%. I literally can't do math, chat. I'm sorry. It is what it is. You're gonna have to suffer. Anyways, so with that in mind, pretty decent, nothing really crazy. And if he is facing two enemies, he gets an additional 120% attack and defense, and then 18% chance to crit and dodge. Now, he also does get 180% attack and defense when attacking with 12 or more key, so that also does matter. And here we might be seeing a little bit lower of an attack stat compared to the previous turn, because this turn we're not actually getting that support from the Demon King Piccolo, which did definitely matter, right? It's quite a bit of support that DKP would be giving our character, but that's fine. Or was that Tech Wuhan rotation? I'm just kind of doing my thing, going through the situation here, trying to make sure I get my rotation set up and everything like that. So that's second form Cell. I mean, yeah, unfortunately we got the instant revive, which doesn't really help me out in terms of making sure that I have everything properly set up, because now I have to move around my rotations. It's just going to be very annoying. We have this Wuhan set up here that's going to be a little bit weird. Whatever the case is, I'm just going to have to skip forward anyways, and we'll be back next turn with the perfect Cell. So here is the perfect Cell transformation, where he's gonna be at his strongest, I would say, of course. Now, he goes from 280% to 400% attack and defense start of turn, which is a really big jump. We can also get the Demon King Piccolo standby out here as well. There's not really a reason not to in this specific turn. We'll just let this guy, we'll just grab this here. I want to make sure Cell is able to get as many attacks as he possibly can. So he has the 35% damage reduction rate, chance to crit, and a chance to dodge. But for the first 3 turns, he guards. Now, after those first 3 turns, he's no longer guarding, unfortunately. But that's the only issue. Now, when an HP is 50% or more, he does get an additional attack that has a 70% chance to be a super. Then he has a extra 35% chance to crit and dodge. So in this turn, he has 70% chance dodge, 70% chance to crit, guard, plus 35% damage reduction. And he's starting off at 769k defense. So we could actually just straight up do the math or what he's gonna be looking like post super attack here. So again, he does get 180% attack and defense once he actually attacks. Then depending on how many super attack he is able to get off, he does have 50% attack and defense on his super attack effect. So we'll go ahead and grab these, and I'll just grab this with Tech Cell here. We have a majority of our links activated with the Tech Perfect Cell. So what are we looking like damage wise with our Cell here? I'm actually quite excited to see, because I think damage is going to be what this guy is going to be providing a lot to the team. 52 mil attack stat here with the domain up. We have Demon King Piccolo support. That's pretty nice right there. So that's a double super, 55 mil. So with the double super, he's sitting at a 4.3 million in defense stat with the 35% reduction on guard. That's definitely very helpful. Now this domain is down. I don't believe the domain is going to go back up until next turn. We could technically get Wuhan's domain out here, but that's not something I'm going to do. We'll activate the active skill. I'm going to try and see if I could kill this turn. I don't think I can, though. I'm pretty sure we just don't have the orbs, unfortunately. Maybe if I transformed into Tech Wuhan, but we're just going to leave things as they are. So let's skip ahead and we'll be right back. Well, Wuhan died, so I guess it is what it is. Nuclear character doesn't get orbs, dies. Shocker. I guess we'll just skip forward until we get Cell against Toppo. So I recorded the first part of this video when the Cell initially came out, and I was like, I'm tired, so I went to sleep. Now we're back, and we're gonna just continue from here. So this is the Toppo fight. He just supered and killed me and got the revive off. Wuhan might get sniped out by a super at the end, but I just want to show Cell's attack stay here at least one more time. If we can't make it to the actual Jiren part of the fight, I'm not gonna be like, oh no, this is the worst thing ever. It is what it is. At least we can see a little bit of SDR Cell next to the AGL Cell, which and he's putting up like decent numbers. The thing about S tier Cell is, you know, if we're just gonna talk about him, like he's a overall good character, but it's like, okay, I've revived with the other Cell last turn, but this is the Cell I want to slot one, because like Tech Cell could slot one, but then the other Cell got killed and had to revive. So, you know, in that situation, it's like, okay, well, you know, now my S tier Cell that has to slot one is in a predicament, right? So that's the only thing I would say. Not getting an extra super with AGL Cell definitely does hurt here. Now, Buhan, 55% Buhan. Even a Rainbow Buhan, I don't think he would do too hot against Toppo's super attack specifically. I'm gonna assume if he gets super, he will take a lot of damage. And I want to Shell Cell against Jiren, but if it's not gonna work here, I'm just gonna hop into the, oh my god. Alright, you know what? I think, so Cell's defense, 800k, right? He gets 180% attack and defense when he super attacks, right? You know, so like if we're gonna do 811k, I'm gonna do the math for you guys right now, just right here, right? Then of course we get the 180%. That'll shoot him up to 2.2 mil. And then, you know, he does get the super attack effect raises. So let's see if he gets a double super. He's at 4.5 mil, 30% damage reduction, right? He is the guard in some certain areas. Like he will be able to tank. Oh, the login bonus is here. He'll be able to tank in a lot of those situations. So that is really good. I'm gonna take him into Battle Hardened Foes. I don't think he's gonna be necessarily crazy there, but it'll be a nice little showing of him. I mean, S tier Cell's team, like villains wise, like I mean, I think maybe if I did have like 2 dupes in my Buhan, I don't think I wouldn't have died there because I literally barely died, but it is a bit unfortunate. Yeah, so let's hop into Battle Hardened Formidable Foes. So I'm gonna hop into movie stage 4. The reason why I'm not doing movie stage 5, which is the harder stage, is because, can you guys guess? Cell's Domain. You know what Cell's Domain does? Cell's Domain buffs the enemies. He gives androids characters 15% stats. And the bosses get a huge impact from that. We have, this is just death, I think. I don't know if I live this turn, guys. Yeah. Look at, what are the rotations like this? Oh my, okay, you know, I'm just gonna reset. I'm gonna lose the rainbow friend, I don't care. Alright, so we're gonna get like an instant revive here. Awesome. I mean, yeah, this is pretty much the only thing I could do this turn. Just get the instant revive with Cell. Whatever works, I guess, right? So, goodbye, STR Cell. You're done. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, because I could run like the AGL Goku instead of Jimmy King Piccolo. That would have been cool. You could definitely do that. That's for sure, but like, who else? Like, why? It's so silly. I just hate the idea of like a reviving force upon you, right? Does that make sense, chat? I don't know. Maybe I sound crazy. Anyways, we got AGL Cell slot 1 here. I think this turn that'll be fine because he is type advantage. He has the dodge and everything. This Cell does not have any build up, so we can't put him in slot 1 like that because there's no build up at all. That's gonna be very dangerous. So we're gonna rely on AGL Cell's dodging abilities. And he got dodged as well. Oh no, he dodged the super. Okay. Okay, look at it. He cooked right there. AGL Cell, my goat. He doesn't debuff or anything. A little bit unfortunate that he doesn't have any debuffs. I would have liked like if they gave him like a debuff, because Tech Cell does have a debuff when he's facing super class enemies, which is really cool. Now, Tech Cell in this specific stage is also going to be at a disadvantage once we get to the Broly and the Frieza, because he's not going to be facing super class. So he's going to be losing 20% reduction and the attack debuff, right? But, you know, I guess, you know, the attack debuff could be nice for the Android stage where, you know, we have the domain buffing those androids by 15%. But like if AGL Cell maybe also had they gave him like attack lower on a super attack effect maybe, or just like, and like minus 20% attack to all enemies, and then eventually he loses it. That'd be cool too. That's just generally what I'm thinking that they could have done, just to help him out in these like shorter fights, you could say, because these fights do matter. And it's not like he's bad here, he's just kind of like okay here. Does that make sense? All these rainbow key spheres, by the way, crazy. Tech Cell, dude. I keep using Tech Cell, bro. Like what is 80% damage reduction with 800k starter turn defense here. He's not even getting like that much support, just 30% Buhan support. Like Tech Cell is so crazy. Tech Cell is still just better than both of the other cells, STR and AGL. I think they made an oopsie with making Tech Cell, probably is what happened. But hey, man, I'll take it. I'll take it for sure. This team needs a slump one. I guess for this team to work, you're gonna have to run Tech Cell than AGL UI. It's like, because this rotation, I'm just like not a fan. You could run AGL Cell, I guess, in slump one if you need to, though. He has some dodge to him. He could dodge. He got some dodge. I would like to get that link, which is this one right here. 15% attack would be very nice. I just could STR Cell handle it. You know what? We're gonna see. Can STR Cell handle the business, bro? I believe. I'm gonna choose to believe. He should be fine. Nope, I shouldn't have believed. Yeah, see, this, like, if he had the extra, well, okay, well, let's see the super attack. He might take it better. No. I mean, the guard here doesn't really matter, to be fair, but the extra 15% reduction would definitely help there. Well, going again, you know, it's fine. Because if I put AGL Cell there and he doesn't dodge, he dies. Like, this is what I'm talking. Like, AGL STR Cell is supposed to be our slot 1. Man, he's supposed to be our slot 1. Okay, that's fine. Let's keep going. Smile on my face, right? Double STR Cell first rotation. Yeah, no, we're gonna come back. We'll be back. I decided we're just gonna move into this stage, and the reason for that is so I can make sure Tech Cell's passive is still kept up all the way through there. Besides that, there's not really a specific reason. I guess these enemies being tougher because STR Cell's buffing them was helpful. Do I just go for the instant revive here? Is that what I do? I guess so. Yeah, see, another thing about like getting the instant revive, like I could put AGL Cell here. It just is, it's incredibly risky. I mean, we'll do it. We'll do it for the purposes right here. But it is very risky, right? 9 key spheres. Whew! Tech Cell 9 key spheres is gonna cook right there. Alright, 400k. Nice. Alright, you gotta dodge. Okay, nice dodge there. Perfect. There we go. I just realized the other STR Cell is a slot 7. Of course. That's fine. Maybe Gamma 2 Super's STR Cell right there will be revived with full HP. 10 million tech stat. I mean, this is a free dupe one. Like, if we're being completely fair. So that's sure. I mean, yeah. So we'll come back around when AGL Cell is back on rotation, and you know, maybe it would have been nice maybe if he could like heal on super attack. I don't know. Yeah, that'd be maybe healing on super attack would just because I hate characters who just have to force the revive. It's so stupid. Because like, okay, in the sense that it has to be, okay, I don't want this to turn into STR Cell rant. I'm gonna save that for another video. Actually, we're just gonna move forward. Well, I mean, if I can live here in this rotation, which I think I'm just dead in this rotation. By the way, I think I'm cooked here, man. Yeah, no, I'm just I cooked this rotation. Since I'm gonna die, we could come back. This fraud couldn't even take normals. I mean, it's a free dupe version, but he's type advantage. Get no links though. Okay, maybe I'm hating a bit too much. Potential. No, yeah, that's no links really hurts. I'm gonna continue here because AGL Cell's here. We got the revive off, which is cool. Actually, okay, to be honest, I don't know which cell got the revive. I will be able to tell next turn. Actually, I'm gonna do this here. 5 rainbow keysters is quite a bit. We'll get. I need more orbs with Buhan, to be honest. Then Tech Cell. We both got 8 keysters anyways. Ended up working out here. We need AGL Cell to cook. Come on, buddy, you got this. One more, there we go, perfect. Doesn't have to take 400k. Gamma 2 is gonna be hitting really hard now, though. That's for sure. Just the damage that these bosses are hitting for, then getting buffed by his domain, is very tough. Luckily, AGL Cell, you know, he's still showing through, tanking the normals. We definitely love to see that. I mean, once he attacks, AGL Cell is more than good. In terms of the normals, it's the super attack that'll obviously be the big main issue. But now we can start getting our rotation sets. So we got AGL UI Goku here. So this cell is the one that... Is this cell the one that's guarding? Oh. That's the cell with shocking speed that got the revive. Alright, well, AGL UI, let's hope. You got this, buddy. AGL UI Goku, you're gonna cook, man. I believe in you. Cook. Okay, that's cool. He has the revive up, chat, you know, when an ally revives, he gets the extra stats. Cool. You know what would be awesome if I could run Fat Boo on this team. That'd be really cool. Just being able to throw Fat Boo on here. But I kinda can't. I mean, I could. And just like excuse the S tier cell from like getting hit. That'd be awesome. You know, actually, you know what? Super attack S tier cell right here. Nope, never mind. You're gonna super UI Goku, which is guaranteed dodging. I don't know if he's gonna be able to super attack for the rest of the turn though. The Gamma 2. He might not be able to. An issue is that we're also going to be under the HP threshold because UI Goku got hit. We would have fallen under that threshold regardless, though, even if we didn't have the domain up, but this kind of sucks. I guess we can get the other S tier cell's active skill. But yeah, no, we're going to lose the additional next turn, right? Like, when the second form cell's under 50%, what are we losing? The additional damage reduction, crit, dodge. Yeah, that is a little unfortunate. Buhan also does lose some defense he would get. Is Buhan just gonna die? He might. Maybe the better option would have been to put Sal in slot 1, but he has no build up, so I think he would have died too. Like, we have the guard and the 35% reduction, but he had no build up, basically. Like, probably like half. Yeah, no, I'm gonna give it. AGL Cell, overall, is a very good character. I think that he's held back by his partner quite a bit. Maybe if you run AGL Cell and Tech, you know, yeah, run AGL Cell and Tech Cell as a rotation, and you're looking good. S tier cell and AGL Cell, you're having issues. If it's the S tier cell that revives, you should be fine for the most part. If it's not, then you're having issues. Major issues. Huge issues, I would say. If the S tier cell in slot 1 revives, it could keep this guy from getting his stacks up. It could lead to his guard turns being taken less advantage. Like, I had a turn where S tier cell revived, and then I lost a turn of guard with this guy. And damage. So then what's going to happen is, not only does a team actually need this guy to attack for damage to be dealt, but like the domain potentially could run out. And I guess, you know, with the domain running out, in some events, it'll be more helpful for it to run out anyways, because the buff that the domain gives will be more considerable to the bosses than our characters, it feels like. Yeah, so I mean, let me know what AGL Cell. Chef, they cooked. Love this guy. He's a god gamer. Ultimate life form. He's like a dude in his perfect form. This guy is crazy. Again, like reaching 4 mil plus defense range with the guard and then the damage reduction, and he has a dodge. Like he's doing a lot there. Once his guard runs out, he still has pretty much enough defense to tank most of the super attacks in the red zones and stuff like that. Obviously not designed for festivals, so we're not going to consider him there. In shorter events, if you're floating him around as second form cell and first form cell, he could do fine, but he's not going to be crazy though. He's definitely like red zone design, so I don't know. I do wish that this guy was more, had like some use in battle hardened foes directly besides just being just a good overall unit. Like some debuff, attack lowering could be nice. But that's all I have to say. Thanks y'all for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.